real-life angry birds.
Welcome to Weird Wonders Wednesday.
Number 11. Here's a feathered creature that would be right at home in a video game. The silvereye is found in New Zealand, Australia, and certain southwest Pacific islands. The little cartoon-like critters are distinguished by the white circles around their eyes that almost appear to be painted on, and they give the impression of the birds being irritated or angry. They feed on a variety of foods and have a bristled tongue that allows them to lap up nectar. Did you know these birds can live to be up to 12 years old? Number 10. Staff at the Exmoor Zoo in the UK were attacked so often by cranes that they were given police training in how to defend themselves. The big birds were known to swoop down on the employees and stab at them with their knife-like beaks, often resulting in lacerations and bruises. Now the staff uses those shields to fend off the birds when entering their enclosure. The zoo's curator noted that during breeding season, the cranes become increasingly aggressive towards staff. And here's a fun factoid. Cranes can be found on all continents except South America and Antarctica. Number 9. Postal workers refused to deliver mail to a seaside cul-de-sac in Cornwall, England, after seagulls in the area kept dive bombing and attacking them. The Royal Mail determined the gulls posed a health and safety risk to the staff, so residents were advised to pick up their letters and parcels at a post office nearby. Locals say the birds have pecked at parents and children, among others, and claim that the postal workers should show more fortitude and resume delivering the mail. The seagulls are known to become aggressive during the nesting season, and they launch their attacks in order to protect the young. But the birds are also agitated by the brightly colored uniforms worn by the postal workers. The Royal Mail informed residents that mail delivery would resume once the seagulls' aggressive behavior ceased, but the locals said that if they have to put up with the gulls, so does the Royal Mail. Who do you think was right? Number 8. Look at this photo by a wildlife photographer named Brian Kushner. He found a northern cardinal in his back garden in New Jersey, and it is the spitting image of the character Red from the Angry Birds game. The real-life cardinal looks as if it's dive bombing straight through the camera, and the bird looks so intense that it seems about to pop right out of the picture. Can you see the resemblance to the video game character? Number 7. Footage of a magpie attacking a cyclist named Brendan Edwards near Melbourne appeared online, and it shows the creature diving from the sky and hitting the cyclist in the back of his head and shoulder several times as he tried to pedal away. Mr. Edwards said he could feel the magpie's claws dig into his skin. Luckily, he escaped unhurt, thanks largely to wearing his helmet, so let that be a lesson. Number 6. Some amazing pictures of angry herons in mid-flight aerial combat were captured by a photographer at a wildlife park in Spain. Marina Cano managed to capture dramatic moments where the birds were dueling mid-air and jabbing their beaks at one another until one was defeated. The great blue herons, which can reach 4 feet tall, are known for being fiercely territorial and will even lock wings and fight over twigs for the nests. We're not sure exactly what these two birds were fighting over, but we do know it took a lot of discipline and patience to capture these images, according to Ms. Cano, and a great eye for aerial action as well. Number 5. A couple of cranes at the Slimbridge Wetland Centre in Gloucestershire, UK, got angry when a fox threatened their chicks. The birds formed a protective barrier in front of their young to protect them from the predator. The striking pictures were captured by photographer Mark Hughes. He was at the park to take pictures of the birds when he noticed the fox about to pounce. You can see in the photos how the fox approaches, only to be turned back by the big birds, aggressively flapping their wings and taking flight after the intruder. Finally, the cranes swooped down on the fox. The birds launched a final assault at the animal, and that drove it away for good. Number 4. Off the coast of Northumberland in the UK, Arctic terns are known to swoop down and attack visitors to the Farne Islands. Every June, the birds lay their eggs close to paths traversed by people there. You can see in the pictures how the birds hover about the visitors, who are advised to keep their heads covered. The Arctic terns can deliver some nasty pecks to the noggin. The birds go on the offensive while trying to protect the nests. Now, there's a love-hate relationship between terns and humans, though. The birds like to nest close to humans because we scare away the seagulls who steal the tern's eggs. Did you know the Arctic tern travels from its Arctic breeding grounds to the Antarctic and back again each year? Number 3. Vulture vandals. Vultures have a reputation for being scavengers, but some of those birds seem to have developed a taste for rubber. At Florida's Everglades National Park, migrating vultures have perfected a technique of descending upon a car and ripping away all the rubber appliances, including windshield wipers, hood moldings, sunroofs, and even the ceiling and the doorway. The problem became so prevalent that park staff loaned out kits to visitors that included tarps and bungee cords to cover up and protect the cars. After performing their vandalism, the birds didn't eat the material, though. They usually discarded it. Experts are baffled as to why the vultures suddenly became attracted to motorized vehicles, or why they choose one car in particular over another. Number 2. Wild turkeys. Davis, California is known for having a fondness for urban creatures, but it seems a population of wild turkeys there has used up the city's goodwill. The birds freely roam the streets of the college town, where they block traffic, leave droppings, and become increasingly hostile toward humans. In the picture by Randy Pinch, you can see how one of the birds seems to be stalking a UC Davis grad student. Do you think the turkey is really planning to assault the human, or is the student simply carrying food that we can't see at this angle and the bird is just hungry? The Davis City Council recently approved a plan and possibly euthanizing the more aggressive animals. The plan also calls for the prohibition of feeding the birds and exploring additional ways to keep the population at or below the current number of 80. Number 1. 2 bald eagles in Orange County, Florida were engaged in aerial combat with each other, and then both birds lost control and fell tens of meters from the sky. Both of them somehow dropped into a storm drain where they became stuck, according to witnesses. But after 30 minutes, the male eagle managed to dislodge himself and fly away. About an hour later, wildlife experts arrived at the scene and freed the female. She was taken to the Audubon Center for Birds of Prey in Orange County, where she will stay for around 6 weeks while recovering from injuries. You know, the bald eagle is the national bird of the U.S., and because the incident happened one day after Election Day, it provoked many politically inspired memes. Seen any good ones?
Weird Wonders Wednesday.